Welcome, people. This is incredibly exciting. We are finally at the finals of a probably 7-hour cast that has been going on for the Team TQ Team LAN tournament that's being hosted and sponsored by eSpot, Billiards and Arcades. It has been an incredible journey so far. Right now, we are in the finals. I am tQzander, and I am not alone. Why don't you say hello, my lovely co-caster?
Thank you. Everybody, this is Atticus again, and thank you for being on the stream. I really have to thank, again, everybody involved and all of you that have come to listen. We have a great match here. Ganon spawning in the north, a very powerful macro player that knows when to be aggressive and knows when to sit back and build 5 bases. And NOVAStalife, of course, a very famous player, strong in all aspects of the game and really tough to beat.
Yes, definitely. We've actually seen these guys play one series before in the winner's bracket, but Ganon did end up getting defeated by NOVAStalife, moving Ganon into the loser's bracket, but Ganon has fought his way back up and is now in the finals of the entire tournament, going up against NOVAStalife for the first place position in this tournament.
Yes, I can only hope that we can see some exciting play like we did last time that depended mostly on tank positioning, troop movement, and really just shutting down the economy of your opponent. That game on, what was that?
Xel'Naga Caverns?
Xel'Naga Caverns, yes, that one. That game was so ridiculously close that had 6 or 7 units not existed for NOVAStalife, the game would have gone in the other direction.
Oh yeah, the army positioning movement, the sieging, the siege tank use. Oh my god, the siege tank use of these two players is impeccable. It's absolutely impeccable.
Yeah, and I know I know that 6 or 7 units doesn't sound like much for most early games, but this game was about 20 minutes to 30 minutes long.
Yeah, I think it actually was over a half hour. I'm so close to betting a lot on that. However, I don't want to lose whatever I bet. But anyway, NOVAStalife, to talk about build order for a second, NOVAStalife did go for the refinery before the barracks, allowing him to get the factory as soon as he actually had 100 gas, which is a very, very fast factory, which means he'll probably most likely go for a really quick Hellion and Marine push as to start this game. Or either that,
yep,
or...
you're right about that.
Yeah, either that or possibly going for like a really fast starport, but the fact that he's throwing down a reactor in his barracks is probably indicative of... Actually, I really don't know what that's indicative of. If I had to guess, I would say a bunker for defense filled with Marines, while a factory builds a tech lab for the starport. That starport would then produce Banshees.
I can see that being viable.
I really hope I'm not making that up, because I am a Protoss player.
Well, he's definitely doing something with it, because he's not lifting the factory over to it. Taking a look again, he's getting his factory up, and a reactor going on in the barracks. A very similar build, although due to the orbital command from Ganon coming out a bit sooner, this factory is a little bit late.
Yeah, and interesting. Okay, we do have the tech lab, so we do have a Hellion out for NOVAStalife. He is getting the tech lab, so we might see something similar to what I was saying, as the starport is going to go up and finish at a similar time as the tech lab. So you could have a really good timed, really well-timed Banshee, to speak English correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and both players still doing the same 1-1-1 build.
Yeah, however, the starport has been completed for NOVAStalife, while it has not been completed for Ganon. And we're actually now going directly onto the tech lab and producing a Banshee immediately. So we do have the fast Banshee from NOVAStalife.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel pretty good about calling that. And still, interesting enough, only 1 gas. No second geyser for NOVAStalife. Yeah, and so we can see that Ganon is continuing to produce a Viking. He might be trying to defend against the Banshee by getting the Viking first. He's also getting a siege tank, so it seems like he's going to be playing for more of a tank Viking style. He does have reactor Marines coming out, as well as an engineering base, so he will be able to get up turrets, and he will be able to have a very solid tank Viking force, as his second gas was up a while ago.
Yeah, and I can see how that'd be a good response from their last game, as in both series they didn't really focus that much on Vikings. Mainly focused on getting medevacs and just a whole lot of tanks and positioning. A few Vikings really help out a tank force.
Yes, because if you can't see it, you can't shoot it. So those Vikings do provide the vision. And Ganon actually had the most perfect scan I've ever seen, as he scanned on top of the starport while the Banshee was directly in the vision, just popping out of the starport, so he knows exactly what's going on. He knows that a Banshee is coming, just a matter of how StarLife decides to use it.
Yep, and here comes this Viking trying to hunt this Banshee down.
Yep, but both the Viking and the Banshee are not doing anything. Oh, nope, the Banshee's now moving out to try and hit the mineral line, but there is a missile turret out for Ganon. So it's going to be all about positioning. Oh,
careful.
Yeah, the Banshee does take one hit, but the Viking's out as well. But these Marines are not going to be able to defend from the Viking. But tension
with these tanks here.
Yeah, this is too much for StarLife to deal with. So StarLife missed macroing, losing a bunch of free Marines. Oh, that is so bad. That hurts. But now, good micro on the Banshee to kite those Marines. As I think the Banshee outranges them. Oh, no, 6... Yes, it does outrange them. Banshees do outrange Marines by 1.
And with very good shoot micro, you can keep them from shooting as well. You can see if he'll try it again, but nope, he's just going to burn off a few and then pull back. Smart move.
Yep, weakening those not yet medevaced Marines out there. But now
it's StarLife's turn to defend.
It is, and he is repairing his Hellions and his Banshee. But now, Siege Mode is out. Ganon misses going right in front of the ramp, going to lose his tanks for free. That is completely deadly, but Ganon's Viking is taking out the Banshee. But there's one Marine there, but still, Ganon being a little overzealous with his units, losing a lot over there.
Oh, absolutely. He threw away a rather large advantage.
Yeah, and now Ganon's proceeding to lose his Viking. Oh, it won't. No, it'll actually survive. Almost loses it though.
Yeah. And here we see a starport for Ganon switching to medevacs, looking like he wants to transition to a more stable ground force.
Yeah, and
a Raven.
Yeah, Raven's doing some harassment with an auto turret. It's not actually going to kill anything, it seems, but this tank and Marine will manage to take it out. One Marine does go down, so that was kind of a meaningless loss for StarLife, but he still did stop that harassment. And more importantly, the Raven lost energy, so he can't cast Point Defense Drone.
Exactly.
Let's just continue to watch what's going on. Right now, it does seem that the starport's not really being utilized for StarLife. He did finally get his second gas up, but still, his starport's being a little bit idle right now, as he has a lot of gas. He's now researching Combat Shield as well as Stim and Siege Mode, so he's now just proceeding to tech hardcore. And Ganon's expansion is now up and running. He's continuing to macro. There is going to be a Banshee harassment attempted by StarLife.
Yep, StarLife using this as hopefully going to be able to bring himself back into the game. Swinging with that advantage, going to tech up hard. And now looks to be focusing mostly on unit production and Stim and Combat Shield coming out.
Yep, and you do have StarLife trying to do something with his Banshee, and pick off that one building SCV, but his Banshee's going to take a lot of hits from these Vikings. To see the Vikings are going to try and chase it down. However, the Vikings do have the same movement speed as Banshee, so the Banshee, if it doesn't do that, it might survive.
Oh no, but it does go down. It's just going to land these and pick off this Marine. Pop right back up, and this is not so good for StarLife. He's still not producing any Vikings. Vikings are not very important in ones or twos, but in a TVT game, once you get up to about 3, 4, and beyond that, the advantage becomes very apparent, as you can shut down any air harass, any medevac drops, and give your tanks the absolute support that they need.
Yeah, although StarLife is going for a third expansion fairly quickly. A lot faster than Ganon does, or generally a lot faster than you see in most TVTs.
Exactly. He's throwing down another factory and 2 more barracks, looking to invest in about 5 minutes now, I would say, of just a very hardcore macro into an attack, and Ganon working on a medevac in the 9 o'clock and looking to drop.
Yep, there is. And actually, StarLife did just drop. And so StarLife picked off a supply depot, and now Ganon's going to move off and possibly do the exact same mirrored thing, picking off a supply depot behind the line of sight blockers in the main base for StarLife. And now StarLife...
Absolutely amazing when we see identical strategies being executed at the same time.
Yeah, as both these guys are a part of Nova Gaming, which is really being shown as their styles are very similar. Ganon is doing a lot. And actually, Ganon built a missile turret and a sensor tower right in his main base so he can spot drops very easily.
Yep, and now deciding to move out.
Yep, and Planetary Fortress is about to be completed.